Neymar Jr. is about to ruin his career forever, and here's why. Hey everyone, it is Finn here, and today, obviously, we'll be talking about Neymar Jr. and the fact that he is apparently ready to sign a new contract extension with PSG. They'll keep him at the club until 2026. And today, I want to talk to you guys about why I believe this will be a horrible idea. But before we get into that, I want to ask you guys to put down in the comment section down below, what do you think Neymar should do? Which club do you think he should join? Or do you think he should stay at PSG? But guys, Neymar is 29 years old. If he signs a 5-year contract extension, they'll keep him at the club until he's 34 years old. Which, yes, I know many of the top players in the world have played to be much older. Look, obviously Messi is 33 years old, I believe, at the moment, and he's still playing at a top level. Ronaldo, 36, still top level. Ibrahimovic, 40 years old. Neymar could leave the club at 34 years old and still achieve success somewhere else. But to be honest, I don't really see it, and I don't really see him achieving anything at PSG. I don't see him becoming a success or a legend at PSG, and by that I mean I don't see him picking up any more trophies or achieving anything else at the club that he hasn't already. Let's be honest, the world doesn't view winning the French league with PSG to be a huge success, that it is a farmers league. Look, obviously this season PSG have not been the dominant force, but at the end of the day, it's no surprise when PSG win the league. If Neymar really wants to consider himself a success, he needs to win another Champions League, and I don't see that happening at PSG, especially until he's 34 years old. Obviously, PSG have been strong in the Champions League for the last 2 years, getting to the final, and this season getting to the semi-final. But to be honest, I don't see PSG being a success in the Champions League anytime soon. Look, obviously, I think they've got a very good team, but defensively, they are very weak. I don't see Mbappe staying at the club for too much longer. I mean, he's in his early 20s, one of the best players in the world. I don't see why he would want to stay at the club, and that was a huge reason to why Neymar wanted to stay, because apparently he wanted Mbappe to sign a new contract with him so that they could help PSG together. But Kylian Mbappe is in his early 20s. He could play anywhere in the world, any club would want him, and he could earn a lot of money overseas. I don't see why he would want to stay at PSG. Along with that, some of their best players are aging. Di Maria, unfortunately, getting a bit older. That defense, as I said, is quite weak. Midfield-wise, not as strong as it used to be. This PSG team will not be as strong in the upcoming years as it has been for the last 2 years, and they definitely won't win the Champions League. Now that does ask the question of where should Neymar move to if he was set to leave? Well, that's the problem. Being the most expensive player of all time, moving from Barcelona to PSG for £260 million. Yeah, I think he eats quite comfortably and lives quite comfortably. I do have to tell you that. Being the most expensive player in the world, who is going to be able to afford him? Unfortunately, the only team that does come to mind at the moment is probably Manchester City, which Manchester City being linked to Lionel Messi, I wouldn't be surprised if they got linked to Neymar in the next year or two, and I definitely think Neymar could play at a top level for at least 3-4 years. If he won a Premier League, I think then he could really consider himself a success once more. But when I talk about Neymar as a success, obviously I'm referencing the times when people spoke about when Messi and Ronaldo retire, Neymar is a sure fit to win the Ballon d'Or. That is not the case anymore. With youngsters like Mbappe and Haaland popping up, I mean, they are way closer to winning it than Neymar is at the moment. But you know what? If he wins a Premier League and if Brazil do well in the World Cup, for example, and get to the final, then maybe. But even this Brazil team at the moment isn't looking strong in terms of their defense. Midfield-wise and attack-wise, they're still looking pretty strong. But I just don't see it being as strong as previous tournaments. I think Neymar needs to do something big, something bold, like moving to the Premier League and really fighting for a Premier League trophy, because, as I said, moving to PSG, no one's impressed if you win the French league title. That wasn't a risk. It's like when Ronaldo moved to Juventus. No one said, is he going to do it? Is he going to win it with Juventus? Look, obviously this season, different story, but it wasn't a surprise. I also think a great option for Neymar would have been to move back to the likes of Barcelona, but Barcelona is in heavy debt at the moment, and Neymar's salary at PSG is set to earn him £36 million a year. As I said, I think his main problem at the moment is having to walk to the bank to hand in money like several times a day because his pockets are getting too heavy. Actually, no, he probably pays someone to do that for him. But I think Barcelona would be a great move for Neymar personally, because obviously Messi is still there. A huge reason to why Neymar moved away from Barcelona was so that he wasn't in the shadow of Messi. But you know what? If you want to be the greatest of all time, you have to prove against that. You have to go and fight against that to show. If he continued, or if he went back to Barcelona and his numbers were better than Messi, then really he could be a success. If he was the player to go back to Barcelona and help them recover out of this dark stage of not winning the Champions League, not looking strong in the league, if he is able to do that, I think that he would go down as a proper hero. I think that unfortunately Neymar's wasted his career, in my opinion, when he moved to PSG about 4 seasons ago. And I know many people, especially big Neymar fans, will be very offended by that, but that really is my view. And unfortunately, voice break. And unfortunately, it is not all Neymar's fault. In the 4 years that he's been at PSG, only once has he played 20 league games. He has become an injury-prone player. But looking at his numbers in League One for those 4 years, they have been insane. Looking at them this season in 15 appearances, 7 goals, 4 appearances. Last season, 15 games, he got 13 goals, 6 assists. That is mental. That is 19 goal contributions in 15 games. Season before that, 15 goals and 7 assists in 17 games, and his first season at PSG was the only time he got 20 league appearances, being 20 appearances, 19 goals, 13 assists. Looking at those numbers, Neymar is an incredible player, but unfortunately, injuries hold him back. But you know what? If he wants to be seen as by the world as amongst the likes of Messi and Ronaldo, he will need to win big trophies. Again, I mean, he's only like 30 years old or approaching 30 years old. He needs to win another Champions League, another big competition that he hasn't won before, like the Premier League. As I said, Brazil not totally out of not winning a World Cup. It could definitely happen, but unfortunately, Neymar, if you sign a new 5-year contract extension at PSG, I don't see any success coming for him anytime soon, to be honest. I really don't. He's not going to win anything that he hasn't won before at the club. Unless PSG do something stupid like sign Haaland or something big like that, or sign a Bruno Fernandes and N'Golo Kante, a big player like that. I don't see PSG winning anything they haven't before, and I don't see Neymar becoming that special Ballon d'Or winner that we thought he would before. I think he's out of the question for that. But guys, that is just my opinion on Neymar Jr. and the fact that he might sign a new contract extension. Look, at the time of recording, and it's not confirmed that he has signed it, but there are news sources in multiple locations saying that he is set to sign a contract extension. I don't think it is a good idea, but I want to know your guys' opinion down in the comment section down below. Now, of course, if you're not subscribed, please do consider doing so to see more content like this. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, they'll earn me the same money as Neymar, but jokes aside, I would really appreciate it. And do like the video down below. Can we get this video to 20 likes? I would really appreciate it. But guys, this has been Finn, FYNN. What should Neymar do?